There are a few videos now in the back catalogue that feature me failing to cook stuff, and this niggles a little bit, partly because I think it undersells and misrepresents the amazing kitchen of Firebox hardware that I've assembled over time, but also just because I know I can. You know, several times when I haven't been filming, I've managed to cook quite passable bread at camp. Once I even managed to catch and smoke a fish in my billy can using applewood chips left over from a spoon whittling. That was both satisfying and delicious. So this morning I've come out on this beautiful day to right the wrongs of the past and prove to myself and to everyone else once and for all on video that I can cook bread in a Firebox billy can oven. It's always quite tempting to rush into making a fire. You know, just heap up a load of stuff, throw on some paraffin, chuck in a match, boom. It's a perfectly valid way of making a fire, gets the job done, but I find, as with most things, it's more satisfying if you take it really slow, get to sort of try and understand all the different steps involved and why certain things work and why other things don't, use the simplest tools. It's the nicest way to do it. So I'm a billion miles from being an expert on fire lighting, but what's the point having a YouTube channel if it doesn't put my idiot opinion up on the same shining pedestal as all the expert opinions? I've collected up a whole bunch of different bits of wood, processed some bigger bits, got some kindling, got some tinder. Hopefully we'll be able to light this with just a lighter. That's as simple as I'm going. I could go super basic, I could go ferro rod, I could go flint and steel, I could go friction, fire bow. But yeah, I've never had much luck with any of them, and I'd quite like to get this loaf baked before dark, so lighter it is today. In order to introduce a little bit of jeopardy and drama into the proceedings today, I will not be following a recipe, just so there's the possibility that it might all go wrong again. I didn't really know I was going to do this video until a couple of hours before I set off to do it, so I'm using only things that I had at home, mostly granary flour, no yeast, because I'm a super busy, important modern influencer who's got time for yeast. So bicarb soda, salt and yogurt, because I had yogurt. So it's a kind of very fat, non-yeasted granary naan bread type affair. But I think it should be all right. Kneading turns out to be a little bit of an issue when you don't have a nice flat surface. But I think I managed to get it all done without kneading in too many twigs and leaves, and it's gone to some kind of doughy consistency and looks possibly like some kind of loaf of bread, so can't complain too much. So that's it. The bread is in the oven and cooking. This might all go horribly wrong. You may have noticed me putting stones in the bottom of the oven. Thermal mass, heat distribution, apparently it's a good idea and all that. You might also have noticed that they looked a little bit flinty, those stones. Well, they are, and yeah, I know they can explode when they get hot, but I spent most of my childhood trying to get things to explode by throwing them in fires, and I never got a flint to do it effectively, so I'm risking it because that's all I've got. That's it, just got to wait now. This is the best bit, really. This is why little projects like this are good. You know, I come here and I do them partly because it's a video for the channel, but also partly because it's a really good kick up the arse to just come out and spend some time in the woods, spend some time making a little fire, spend some time, you know, just trying something new and fun. Cook a loaf of bread in the woods, why not? It's a beautiful day, it feels like spring. Bluebells are out, the birds are singing, the aeroplanes are flying above. You know, it's easy to get distracted by stuff that isn't this. You know, I've got countless bits and pieces I should be getting on with at home. You know, there's tinkering that needs to be done to the bike. I've got admin I should be doing. I've got a code web project thing that I'm working on at the moment, which might turn up on this channel actually if I ever get it finished. It's quite interesting. So yeah, it's easy to just forget about the woods and to sit at home, staring at screens, watching Netflix, whatever. But I recommend sometimes pick a project, something stupid. Go light a fire with a bow drill or cook a loaf of bread in the woods. Go and see what that funny mark on the map is. Makes life infinitely more interesting. Right, it's been in there for half an hour now. I've heard a few cracks of stones splitting, so it's probably full of deadly razor sharp little slivers of flint by now. But gonna open it up, have a look and see what's cooking. Whoa! That actually looks pretty decent, I have to say. It's definitely rising, it's swelling up. I gave it a prod, it's still a bit doughy, so it's not cooked, it needs a little bit longer. So I've just, closed it up, give it a bit more of a blast and see what happens. Promising though, promising. Well, it smells like bread and it looks like bread. And it's been in there for over an hour now. Still feels quite doughy, but I think maybe that's just my slapdash freestyled recipe. Too much of something, not enough of something else. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out, I'm going to let it sit for a while because I am hungry and I want to get on to the final part of this whole process. So, at the end of that little experimental session, I'm going to give my bread 5 out of 10, maybe even a 4. I need to get into the habit of putting coals up on top of the oven because it was very, very overcooked on the bottom. Mostly it was cooked okay. It was quite crumbly and just didn't taste very nice. Had a bit of a weird flavour going on, which might be down to, I don't know, all kinds of things, but probably just because I didn't use a recipe. I should do some research, but as I'm sure many of you will know, recipe websites, especially it seems those that deal with bread and baking, are just awful. 10 minutes on them and you want to punch yourself in the face. So I freestyle and I end up with funny tasting bread. But, you know, it was a lovely afternoon anyway. Had a wonderful time in the woods. It's been a beautiful day. And sadly, this probably means that there will be another wilderness bread baking video coming one day down the line. Who knows? Maybe that was it. Maybe I've exhausted my enthusiasm for it. We shall see. If anyone's got any really good, really simple bread recipes, stick them in the comments. That would be grand. Other than that, I think I'm heading home. This has been a strange one, unscripted, unrecipeed. You got this far, so you must have enjoyed something in it. Thank you very much. Please consider liking, subscribing, leaving comments, all of that kind of jazz. My monthly Ko-fi supporters who enable me to, they enable me to do all of this sort of stuff, really. You guys and gals, you are, what are you? There are no words. You are that symbol, that concept of beauty and goodness in the world. If your name isn't on that list and you would like it to be, check out the link in the description to my Ko-fi page. You can also make one-off donations. You can buy stickers there, some very cool stickers. If you like purchasing things, you can also head to my Etsy page, where you can possibly buy spoons, butter spreaders, little beads and stuff, all made by me. What else? Nothing really. I think that is it for the day. I'm gonna get myself sorted, pedal home, and cook some proper dinner. I feel some baked potatoes coming on. I hope you all have a wonderful dinner lined up for yourselves. See you all on the next one very soon. Bye now.